Hopefully it stays on you guys when
Alright,
you're doing an A hit.
we're gonna, if they throw smokes, we're throwing at like a 25, right?
Our B execute isn't really working super well. We do 4 people Palace, and then one single person up mid.
Oh,
Or I
that's
mean, not Palace.
Who doesn't
Abs.
throw smoke?
yeah. Well, that's not the issue. The issue is you're not checking your corners because that one guy has gotten like picks every single time.
Yeah. Sandwich. The stair smokes missed again on this round.
Yeah, he needs to hit those. That's not more of a team thing. That's more of a he needs to take the time to do that, or else why is he on a team if he's not practicing?
And the CT smoke's a little bit off. I was thinking about switching it for a sight smoke.
No, CD smoke's definitely important.
I'm watching A ramp. Orange, could you watch Palace?
I'm watching Palace to make sure I don't get flanked from CT.
I'm exposed from Palace right now.
That's CT.
One's ramp. He's T ramp.
Last guy.
No.
Nice.
Flex the M4, I got you.
We'll do our A hit one more time.
There's an M4 for someone who likes it.
I'll take it. When would be a good round to set up a fake?
You can set up a fake. So there's. Okay, I'm not actually positive. I'll show you eventually, like in game. But so, I mean, the way on my team we don't have positions. We just have like everyone knows every smoke. Everyone knows how to entry. Everyone's a good rifler. It's like more of just a team thing. And so what happens is like
You're mine.
if like we're about to enter on the site and then we hear people rotating or we hear something off or if we get a pick A and they think it's A, we'll smoke it as we're walking to B. It's like it's especially at this level, it's so easy to just fake the shit out of them. Like you can easily like start like you could have 2 people sitting A ramp smoking and just throwing all their flashes and throwing all their mollies and then pretending to entry and then you guys have B. Like you could literally walk out to B, all 3 of you, and plant the bomb without anybody worrying because no one at that level would worry about like a fake. Maybe after that round they'll be a little bit more cautious, but walking out of apps as your team is literally on a site trying to fight them, like you have B automatically. It's not even like a question.
Okay, so like on this round we're setting up for an A hit, and then one of the CTs pushed ramp, and I called everyone back and called them to do B execute. But there was another round where we decided to fake A from the buy time. Like it was gonna be a B hit from the get go, and like we set it up that way.
Okay.
So like either which way would work, but do you need to have like a very successful execute on a site to throw a fake off of?
Okay, so this guy that backed off ramp, he shouldn't have backed off ramp. He should have
Stop
like
their push.
committed to it because now they know it's a fake.
Fast.
Yeah, your guy on A. If he like committed to A, even though that his first guy, you have to commit to it. He didn't commit to it.
Drop the bomb to me, or plant it. There we go. Okay,
When he got killed by a scout on A ramp, the second guy should have committed to it instead of hiding because there's no use in hiding. You're just wasting time.
Don't tell anyone I'm up here. Oh, never mind. One's on site. He's lit 84 though. There's another one on site.
I wish it showed like your team. Wow,
Yeah, the jumping
That's a
AK
sh-
headshot.
it's nuts.
Sorry, we can do another full gun round.
Do we want to double op?
You want to? Or not?
I know,
Double upping T side, it's like ballsy, especially if you're like low on money like this.
the ace split. There's
Everyone
everyone on
split
our team
usually, so.
wants to be the opper, so they'll usually see they just bought 3 ops this round. I'll smoke you box.
If everyone wants to be the opera, this needs to be like settled. Like you have to have some sort of thing to like know, like make an opera. Because if everyone's like wants to be something, It's not gonna work out.
Blue. I've been trying to settle this for like a couple weeks now, but
Can I like? Am I allowed to like gather your team up and then like have them try out and tell them which one's the best oppers so like they can all stop?
I've been trying to get them all in the 4v1 op server, but they just like don't do it. I don't know. It's kind of hard to. Alright.
Well, they need to understand that like everyone wanting to op is not beneficial for the team. I don't think they're dude. I don't know if they want to get frags. I don't know if they like want to just seem like
I don't know.
nutty, but like
No, I think we got different.
everyone trying to op at the same time is not good for anybody.
Yellow, orange, could you cover me from A site?
What's their goal? Like, is this a team of friends or is this a team like that you recruited?
It's a team I recruited, but we're kind of new.
Right here, I'm just gonna
I
nade
figure
over here. It's gonna work out.
eventually, once I get more serious
I only have
members,
a
I
nade,
can
but
kick
it'll work, it's
the
fine.
less serious
Let's go.
ones off the team.
You should. I mean, you should ask them right now if they're serious or not. But at this ranker level, I don't think anyone would take it seriously just because of how low a rank it is. It's pretty tough to actually have serious people. Sure, you could find them on Reddit, but
Well, we do have two scheduled practices every week.
Only 3 ops.
Yeah, and we're all 5 of us
Okay.
get together. We do the match, and then I record the demo. I'm not sure
Well, I
how
picked
many
up
of them
one
are
op, so-
watching the demos. Yeah, I know when they're picked up and stuff. But
I mean, for an actual for like a team that you really want to be serious, usually practices are like every day, and everybody's watching the demos.
Nice.
Not only their
Where is
Right up
it?
there.
first person demos, but everybody else's position, especially what the enemy
so I
does.
assign everyone to watch the demo of our match.
I really missed it.
That's stairs smoke.
It's not even that. I mean,
No.
I don't know what they get at this point, just because like it's pretty hard to read at this like at this evo.
There's one
I mean,
jungle as well.
because anything's random against 5 random players.
Right.
But they can see why they made a mistake where, but I don't think they'll be like, as you said, there's some. If 3 of them all want to opt, then that means there's some.
Fine. So we can always rush
There's,
them.
I mean, there might be some egotistical players on your team,
So, like, if you think about it,
but
like,
some of them might not be able to take criticism, meaning they might not watch their demo and or they'll watch it, but they'll think they did nothing wrong and they'll blame the team. I don't even know. Is there anybody on the team that's like that?
Well,
Like, does anyone blame the team a lot, or does anybody?
no, I think we're pretty good at that, like keeping up good morale.
It's not even morale. It's like, does anyone like? I don't know. Seem to get out of turn. I don't know how to explain. Like, if I had told you guys to watch a demo, could you see what mistakes you made? Do you think?
I mean, I watch it and I see the mistakes like plain as day. Except for my call on this round was
Okay.
perfect. We dropped triple ops. We lost the round, so everyone forced up SMG rush B, and
Phenomenal
then
peak.
we grab all the ops in AKs that they took from us the round before.
Fuck, 1 cat, 1 more cyber nest, I think.
Yeah.
And I think he misses his flash here. Yeah.
Just wait for him to get fused.
That's not even a flash. You shouldn't be throwing it out that window. Even if you hit even if you hit it out that window perfectly, it wouldn't be possible to flash anything. And you guys should be leaving the side a little bit early to try and save that armor.
We might not win the half, but we'll be really close.
Actually, this is a CT side map, so I think we're good.
Actually, I'll do one more rush or buy up.
No, it's the last round. We'll do a full gun
Alright.
round. You guys want to do our A hit?
Yeah, sure. We could have bought this gun.
So, for this team, my kind of role is the
Yeah, I can do that.
terrorist side
No.
IGL.
Well, I got fired. I can't smoke stairs right now.
Okay.
One down.
Watch out, CT and triple.
That might miss.
I'm getting pinned down at jungle.
Okay, stairs smoke hit.
Jungle smoked out.
go.
Jungle smoked out. There, the stairs smoke hit.
Definitely at least a couple jungle.
This guy should not be walk pushing a smoke on stairs. That's pretty
Flash
stupid.
him in
That
for
88.
like I'm hiding in palace. Just play the
It's not a viable. You shouldn't be like. You should be holding stairs.
Well, he
Pushing
told me it's
anything
my
when the
attention
bomb's
to
being planted or like is planted. You just should not be. There's no reason to like push that ever. You should be like on site firebox or holding something somewhere.
Nice.
Also, I don't. Oh yeah,
I
never
was-
mind.
I
No, that was
playing
fine.
The after plant, and then my homeboy was on ramp.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, the guy that always pushes stairs. There's mostly like on normal actual like 5v5s. They're gonna have a guy jungle, connector, and stairs, and all three of those guys immediately see you the second you push through that smoke, and you don't see them. So it's a little bit risky. It's actually really risky. Okay, you have a kit and a nade. That's good. Okay, so whoever's on B should be more towards cat because you can call the B rush a lot earlier.
He did stay alive for a while, and he took someone out with him too.
Oh fuck. That's
Yeah. Usually for B or any other site, since he's B anchor doesn't exactly say like it doesn't exactly say like get as many frags as possible. Even if you got a 4K and still died, I'd say it's better to be the anchor, and the anchor is
Just so
staying
they have
alive
to-
as long as
they always
possible
have to
on
be
site,
cautious of
so
your
as to
position.
they're worried about you and not exactly what your team's doing. So as B-side anchor, he would be towards cat. He'd call, oh, they're coming B, and so he'd hide behind that pillar on cat, and you'd wait for them to come to you. And then as you guys are rotating, he can start
Do you think we should
pushing
do,
some aggression on them.
Most of this match we're doing
and
a
putting
2-1-2.
pressure.
Do you think we should be doing like a 1-3-1 or 3 in
You're
mid?
the Deagle, man. What the hell? Whatever.
Oh no, not 3 mid, absolutely not. You should have one window, one cat, one on B, and then 2 passive A. He should not be pushing ramp at all right now. That's like, if you had any other team, like he'd be dead instantly.
Yeah.
That's really not smart. And the guy at triple should be watching ramp as well.
With, like a flash next time. One's in palace.
Bombs, Treacher.
Well, no, he could go in a flash, but regardless, they could look away. One could be anti-flash. Usually there's an anti-flash, but usually no one just bum rush pushes something. Like, it's not really, like, sure, it's not predictable, but, like, it's expected at, like, higher ranks. Maybe at this rank, obviously, it's like not. Like, I could do that. I could just hop in, like, I don't know, Golden Over or something. I could just, like, flash. Well, no, not even 40. I mean, against like your team or something like that,
That worked out pretty well.
it's not like, I don't say it's not a challenge, but like there's just shit I know that you guys don't know. Obviously, like if I'm like at this rank like and level, it's not really like, I don't want to say it's not. I've played against 5Qs that like do the gimmicky strats and all that shit that do like the flash pushes, but there's only so much you can do with that because like I can like, I mean sure a 40 bomb is fine, but if you flash push everything, like I have ears, so like if I'm close ramp, like I have ears. I hear that guy pushing, so I can predict him. I don't know how he didn't die pushing ramp. Sure, he backed off and then he died, but the fact that he didn't die on ramp, your enemies are just bad. I don't want to. Yeah, they're just bad. Like I don't want to say they're not prepared, because clearly like they have a headset, and if they aren't paying attention, then clearly they deserve to die if they hear a guy stampeding down ramp. But that's just my 2 cents.
I mean, that is kind of why I did create the team, so we could learn from mistakes like these.
Why is there always one there?
Alright, let's retake this.
Alright.
Let's man, and bench. Oh, I said that's why I did make a team, so
Wait,
we
what's
can
up?
learn from mistakes like these and kind of try and get better and stuff.
Yeah. I'd say it's kind of hard at this rank just because, I don't know, low level / rank team play is significantly, like I usually stream my scrims. We're gonna be scrimming around like an hour to 30 minutes or so, it might be like later. but we also have our message on night. You can also see what the difference is between your team and my team, and you can actually see what you need to work on through that. Because you'll obviously see like what the differences are. Some of them is that like we're not worried about smoke throwing, we're not worried about pushes, we trade.
Our last match, or the match before
Oh, that's a
that,
good boost.
we didn't get a lot of trades, and we've been working on a lot. I think we've been getting a lot of
Hey,
good
bomb
trades
spotted.
now in this game at least.
Mid's clear for you to
Oh,
rotate through. On the flashlight.
Yeah, usually like a trade is like this kid that oh my god, I'm just getting like tilted
that's our
watching him.
opponents. We're on
He should
side.
never be pushing outstairs. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, good. Never mind then. That's good. That shit,
Ow.
it's just so dumb to be doing.
When it's 4 on
Like, there's
1
no-
and the guy's low
there's just
health
no
like
use
that,
for it.
you-
That was a scout.
Okay.
Oh yeah. No. That's no.
But
That,
we
you
hunted
guys did
down
nothing
at
wrong
the
at all.
end,
I just
like,
thought you were
was
at T's for a
dropping
second.
He was on ramp.
On
Is
the
it better
side.
to hunt him? He's low HP.
Uh,
Okay.
it was a save round. No, yeah, it's good to hunt him down, but at high ranks you could fuck up hard. But you wanna rush him in pairs of 2, so you can trade that. Regardless if he could somehow have nutty pistol aim, he's not gonna out aim 2 rifles.
My guess is they're gonna
Oh,
go
they're
B
against
since it
saving
always
players.
Yeah, I hear B. I hear B.
Yeah.
Alright, for now.
Well, if everyone wants to be
Gotcha.
an opper, then that's not really a nice flick. That's expected of them, if you know what I mean. He should not have his knife
One's
out.
underpass. Two's underpass.
He's running with a knife out underpass.
Pull up,
I
pull up, said.
I don't know like what he's expecting to be there.
Gave him an up.
Not even a pistol out. He should expect an opponent to be. I might. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I wish I had a map to show. That was insane.
One absolute 87.
Something like that. Yeah.
7 bullets here.
So I would go for this, but
I think it's A. What do you guys think?
Oh, sorry.
it's just kind of weird watching this with like the
I'm
camera
looking
going everywhere.
For a gun right now, but they picked up everything.
That's fine, don't worry about it.
It's right on the map
Yeah.
too.
Oh, where's your window?
They stole it, so you're gonna have to kill one.
There's an M4.
Reload you.
M4, look for an M4. Oh, he took it too.
Oh, I get murked. Alright.
You could potentially clutch. One of them super lit.
There's no time to clutch.
Bought my fucking
Go for a good
box,
price.
and they bought it for like a few more cents than
Yeah, he heard you coming too. So right about like the pots around ramp, you like the flower pots around ramp, you'd want to be walking,
Dave or no?
just because he can obviously hear you coming, and like that's how he just 180'd you, because he just heard you and he just had a headset.
Stack A site.
I called for the stack here. I'm horrible at calling CT side, so I knew this is.
Okay, so it's not even the CT cycle. What you want to do on a stack is you want to rush ramp. Had you rushed ramp here, you would have known that it was a B rush. So you guys could have pushed that to T, and by now you would have been T, and by now you would have been apps, and by apps you would have flanked them, and the round would have been over. But stacking A site with pistols, you shouldn't even have anybody in CT. You should be rushing
You wanna set
ramp to
3,
make information plays.
And then 2 inside
Number 2.
for a stack. If we're a CT.
No,
I'm
not even.
calling a
No,
stack
not
A.
even. You wanna wait for what? So for CT, you have one and B hiding, not showing himself no matter what, and then you have 4 pushing ramp, rushing to B.
Where is he? Oh shit.
Last one's market, guys.
Oh, mark him on bed.
Alright, fuck that guy.
We have the
I don't know how you
box
ended up
to
winning
target,
this. They must have
no,
thrown
we
that
didn't.
really, really hard.
Just like leave him there.
Is he still in market?
I think he moved.
Oh, we.
No, yeah, but I don't know how you guys cleared their team with
We all
pistols.
rotated through market to clear out the site.
He might come out apps too.
Damn, they must have been pretty bad.
I'm trying to shoulder peek him. I think he picked up an op.
Yeah, right there. What were you watching?
I was gonna watch and see if you
No,
can
but before that, like when your teammate was alive, what were you watching? Usually, with the amount of time he has, if he killed you on cat, he wouldn't have had enough time, and you have an op at bench to support you. So it wouldn't have mattered if he came from cat anyways. You should have been on site, either Van or Apps watching market with him. Because if he is cat, then your opper can obviously deal with him. But being that far away, if you had an op at cat, maybe that would have been good. But you only had a rifle, and you were really, really far away.
I'm still poor.
Play passive at both sides.
Essentially, and then no one dude waiting around.
Passive at both sides.
And that was the save round that you almost won, and then lost. But if he knew he was market, I don't know why. Your opper looked cat when he died from bench, which was unfortunate because you were cat and not the enemy, and he should be watching market when your teammate called market.
No bomb spotted yet.
Because if you're not gonna trust a call, then like, what's the point in calling a call? You know.
I'm down. They're pushing me.
Alright, fall back to market if you can.
He's going market lit 52.
We go or no?
Yeah, I was trying to yell at him.
So it's not A. So when he died on B, it should have been a rotate, even though there's one palace. Even if you didn't.
Rotate. He's like, oh, I'm gonna kill this guy, and I keep calling for the rotate. And then here I get the trade.
Is there any way we can...
Well,
Yeah,
no,
I know,
he's
that's
way
what I'm
too
thinking.
late at this
I thought
point.
he was right behind me. I called for the rotate a minute ago.
What is he doing?
I wasn't looking at my radar right here. I was kind of like heart beating in the clutch mode, and then this is where I realized he's like all the way in CT.
This guy's abs.
If the bomb's planted there and he's not on site, there's a 100% chance he's in apps.
He was trying to kill the lurk.
I don't know what this kid's doing. It was like literally, how do you ramp?
You can let us know if there's one guy lurking.
Does it? No. It's a lurk for a reason. It's a lurk for a reason. That's like the most. If you're trying to take this seriously, and if you're trying to take this seriously, he should be listening to everything you're saying. There shouldn't be a question. You shouldn't. You listen to the call, and then they blame you. You shouldn't blame them for not listening to you, because that's not how it works. Regardless of the stupid shit my IGO calls, I listen to
You
him.
just die with it and blame him afterwards.
And let me tell you, he's said some stupid shit.
What I think they're gonna do is
Like, there's some times where like
I think they're gonna play slow.
he's an ex-Premier player, and
Where's my ninja?
Premier is the level below professional, so he knows what he's doing at times. So we'll be behind a smoke, and he'll call a pop flash through the smoke. So we'll basically all be Kenny S-ing a smoke, and it's actually nuts sometimes. Sometimes it's an ultra fail. Sometimes it's a fucking baller ass clutch. But either way, we listen to him because we trust the call, and that's what you guys should be doing too. That's what your team should be doing, or else they can leave the team, because I'd rather have no teammate than a teammate that's useless and doesn't listen.
Like, I
'Cause there's no
feel more
point.
comfortable calling on the T side, the offensive side, than I do on the CT side.
I'm typing that check.
Plus,
Well, usually there's nothing to call on CT side, like at all. They should all be expected to have the knowledge to call. There's nothing to call. There's only rotates, which side it is, and all that. And if you have the knowledge of what that is, then they're just all stupid. Because there's nothing to call on CT side. Everyone should have that general knowledge that you're doing. That's the funny part. Like you have the map awareness and knowledge of like someone in like MG or something, like map awareness wise, and your team doesn't, because clearly they're Gold Nova. You're not an IGL. You just actually know more about the game than them. Like, I don't think you understand that. On CT side, they're expected to know
Months ago.
this shit, and clearly they don't know this shit at all. Well, no, it doesn't matter when you play it. You're not IGL. No one IGLs on CT side. When you're IGL on T side. On CT side, you're expected to know the shit that you're saying and calling. Your team should know that. That's good that you know that. You're like playing at a level like above your skill level, but like
good under press, good. You're good
like
under press.
your team should be knowing like this shit. It's stupid that they're expecting you to IGL. No one IGLs
Oh my god,
on CT side.
Triple headshot round.
And I don't know how this hacks RS kid even hits any of those shots while like running an
That's
AK.
very fucking nicely.
It's like a miracle.
Stay alive. The double op setup's working good. We'll have one at each site.
But yeah, like I said, if you want to watch, I'm gonna be streaming my team's practice, and you can actually understand how an IGL calls and or how a team plays. It'll like really help you. I definitely think it'll help you out with understanding like what happens where and when. Our maps are Inferno, Cash, and Dust, so you might not see any Mirage, but round 2 of playoffs, if we make it, have Mirage in them, so you'll see a lot of Mirage practices in the week.
Yeah, right.
We just added overpass, and we were not good. There's one on B site.
Okay.
One on B site.
Walk, see if we can.
Okay.
Bomb. I'm down.
Overpass isn't exactly it's a very team-oriented map, and I think you should ignore it until you have a basic map full.
Also push markets.
Cover him while he defuses.
I-
There we go. That's
Oh.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, sorry, I missed the one shot of apps. That kind of made it hard.
Okay, I gotta warm up for practice right now, so I'm actually gonna pause this right now. I'm gonna cut it short. But basically, what you're doing, you need to. I mean, no, you just. I'd say just watch the stream and understand what's being done, when, and why. Just because there's no calling on CT. Your team should be doing exactly what you're doing. They should know who's where and when. Like, you're literally doing everything for them and babysitting them. Like, that's what I do when I'm smurfing and like I drop 50s. But when you're the only one doing it, like that's not supposed to happen. Like, you're clearly like not at this rank with map awareness wise. Like, your team should be calling rotates. They should be like, oh, there's no one A. Like, it's a bunch of shit they're just not doing. They're just expecting you to do it for them, basically. Clearly, they think that you should be calling for CT side, but there are no callers for CT side. You're a team. You all work together. They should all have the same capabilities of calling as you have on CT side.
All right.
But yeah, I'm gonna hit an A map up.
I'm down.
I'll see you around. I'll link to Twitch in like a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I got you.
Thanks again for doing this. I appreciate it.
I'm leaving the team speak though. I'm just gonna like